Well, it's been a short but sweet trip here to Miami Beach. Now I'm crossing the Rubicon at Miami International Airport, the longest concourse, Concourse D. There's some unique shops here, so I thought I'd take you along. And I don't remember if the sports apparel, Miami sports apparel stores are here, but I do know there's one very unique place that I want to take you to. So we'll go there, regroup, talk a little bit, and see what else we can find. Thanks for coming with me. You are watching Peak Merch. And this is cool, but the Miami Football Club has its own little merch shop here. Apparently, Messi is now sponsored by Royal Caribbean. Did you know? I had no idea, but they've got a lot of nice Miami-specific stuff for the newish team, and some Messi jerseys as well. Say hi. Yeah. Almost like dolphin colors, not quite. Yeah. Pretty nifty though. And then the black and pink as well. No relation to the Korean, the K-pop band. A pet bandana. Hold the phone. And we got some more pet stuff up here too. All right, let's keep moving. What do you say? For some reason, this feels poetic to me. Like, you can't have your ceviche. My ceviche will never be attainable to me because my ceviche is closed. Alas, we keep moving, looking for food. All right, y'all, we've made it to our first stop. Classic cafeteria chain where I can get me a proper medianoche and some maduros before my flight. This is La Carreta. This is a chain of Cuban cafeterias in Miami. The first one opened, I want to say, in Little Havana, probably in Calle Ocho in like 1976. But they've since expanded. There is one right by my house growing up, and they're all pretty good and pretty consistent. So sometimes when I come to town and I'm on the beach, like I was this time or whatever, this one in Concourse D at Miami International's my best bet. So yeah, grateful it's here. I'm gonna get some food and then we'll keep moving. Sound good? All right, and here it is. Behold this thing of beauty. People ask me, nobody asks me, what's the difference between a Cuban sandwich and a medianoche? Well, a medianoche, or a midnight sandwich to you gringos, is made with an egg dough, not traditional Cuban bread. That's really the only difference. You know, it's still the ham, the pork, the pickles, with cheese and all that, mustard. But, you know, you're looking at something closer to a challah bread here. You can see how the bread's a little yellow. That's good. And you want that press, too. You can tell this has been on a tabletop grill. I also got some yuca fries, which came with like an herb aioli, and some croquetas for later/home. So yeah, pretty good haul. I'm gonna eat and then check out the bakery, see if they have any merch there, and then we'll keep moving. There's tons of cool Miami-specific merch in this terminal. So we dine together, folks. Be right back. And just for S's and giggles, why don't we pop into the La Carreta Bakery on the way out from the restaurant too. Tons of good stuff here, but I've got my eye on these guys right here. These are guava and cheese pastelitos. They're crispy kind of breakfast pastries with guava paste and often a cream cheese, and they're friggin' awesome. So yeah, I'm gonna get some of those. Why not, right? La Carreta used to have branded lighters with the logo. They don't anymore. But we do have lots of other Miami merch we can grab and have options to. What you're looking at is a dedicated retail shop for Romero Britto, the Brazilian-born and Miami-based artist who's been here since the 80s and, you know, got his start doing Absolute ads and a lot of commercial work. But according to the 2023 documentary about this guy, he's the most licensed artist of all time. So we're talking corporate art. You see it outside banks, sort of like your Keith Harings and stuff. Is that cool? Depends on who you ask, I suppose. You know, there's no wrong answers here, but we're gonna hop inside in the spirit of remembering all merch is peak merch to someone. So, yeah, let's take a look. And all this Britto stuff is so cool. So you got the magnet here, the luggage tag as well, keychain and bag charm. This sculpture, it's called Paradise, sort of like Miami palm trees, you know. He does a lot of art that's kind of a tribute to where he lives and where his studio is. This wooden figurine is another great example. And these pins as well. So yeah. Car air freshener. Friggin' insane. One of these might have to come home with me. Really. You can even get Britto canvases here in the airport. Domestic shipping is available. So there's Miami Beach. This one's called All We Need with a heart. Perhaps a conceptual Beatles homage. Here's another Miami one. This one's called Surfer Boy. So yeah, I think you're getting the idea, but we will see what else we can find. And Britto may just be the most licensed artist in the world. This is just a sampling of his Disney collaboration, but you can see he has a Mickey Mouse 100 years. That was, I think, last year, 2024, maybe 2023. And then a Sorcerer Mickey here, Mickey and Pluto. A ton of sculptures sort of bearing his iconic style. And not just the fab whatevers, you know, a lot of Disney characters here, Brittified. So, pretty cool. Pretty cool. The luggage tag selection gets a lot deeper, too. The deeper in the store that you go. So, we'll just take a look there. Some wine stoppers as well. Some tote bag, $65. $55 for bucket hat here. $75 for backpack. $58 for water bottle, $49 for neck pillow. What is this? What's a mouse pad? I'm just kidding. I know what a mouse pad is, but a lot of people don't. This organizer might actually be a nice fit for a tablet or something small if you need it. Just take another quick lap. This looks like the Britto Christmas styling collection. Yeah, a lot of home goods. A lot more in here than I was expecting, frankly. And then these shorts. A Britto branded sleep mask. Vegan leather. This backpack. The small is $198. The large is $298. More Britto stuff. Another organizer, journal, whatever the heck this is. Alright, we'll keep moving. She has a lot more pins, and some of these are pretty cool. They're also $50 a pop, so I don't know what to do with that. But he's got a lot of candles, too. Britto been merchandising, folks. Britto been merchandising. Again, the limits and the value of corporate art. Maybe this is the logical end game of corporate art and like how far you can take something. These plush, the smalls are $65 and the larges are $98. Yeesh. I'd be lying if I didn't think this Britto dog section was pretty cute. Wasn't pretty cute. Harness and leash. Pet bowl. Oh my god. And he's got a kind of herring rip-off line here too. Or if this is a rip-off of somebody else, you just let me know. He's even got perfume for him and for her. This looks like it's just for her. But yeah, Britto be merchandising. Also, let me show you one more thing. Look at this. Oh my god. Can you even believe it? Little Britto. Sounds like a British sitcom, doesn't it? And what kind of airport Miami merch vlog would this be if I didn't at least visit the Miami Heat store? Yeah, let's go inside. So first thing when I walk in, I'm hit with these designs that came out a few years ago, these kind of Miami Vice Dayglow Beach Energy graphics that are super cute. They have a bear for it, a sort of bootleg Squishmallow, and then the king, the mascot of the Heat, the royal Bernie in his garb. I think this is the one, folks, but I'm gonna keep looking and see what else I can find too. You know, as is typical at apparel shops, everything's expensive. So these varsity jackets are pretty spiffy, but they're also $160. Looks like they've got them in both the white colorway and the black colorway. But then they've also got the graphic here on truckers, which is new. I've never seen a trucker hat in Miami. The times must be changing. Let's see what else we can find. This is not a heat specific piece of merch, but look at this backpack. Isn't that spiffy? These are heat specific, so you've got the logo there. Again, in like a herring style font. His estate must not be doing much to think about this stuff. Oh, this is a store-only backpack. Look, the original Vice. Pretty sick. So yeah, if you want this backpack, you gotta come here, it looks like, to the Miami Heat flagship store in Concourse D at the Miami International Airport. This is wild. Looks like that t-shirt company, Homage. They made those shirts at Cedar Point that we showed you last year. The really nice ones have a Joker Heat mashup, a Batman Heat mashup, a SpongeBob Heat mashup, and a lot of nice designs here. I mean, I'm not going to go through them all because we're moving fast, but yeah, if there's anything else that sticks out, I will let you know, and we'll keep moving. I guess they call this line the original Vice. They've really diversified. Look at these slides. Pretty absurd, but I'm super into them. These appear to be either baby or dog clothes. I'm going to say dog based on the bone next to them. And then here they are, folks, the proper jerseys as well. So pretty good stuff all around. Looks like there's some... No, this is all heat stuff too. Wild. They're kind of like co-opting Margaritaville. Yeah, there's a Margaritaville Heat mashup. This is insane. I've never seen anything like it. Look at that flamingo on fire. What else we got? Sick. Also sick. Pretty sick all around, huh? And this is it, friends. I don't even really wear red shirts, but this is just absurd. Reptar at a Heat game. What do I do here? Do I get it? I've been told by the Peak Merch Travel Companion that I don't wear red very well, but here we are. I have some decisions to make. Okay, the Heat store was cool, but what would a trip to the airport be without a look in a Hudson News at some of the local Miami merch? Starting with the beach vibes, live for the beach vibes, the Sunshine State shirt. Note you can also take home a miniature indoor palm here. This feels like the compensation prize from when you used to be able to get citrus everywhere. You can still get citrus a lot of places, but when I was a kid, there was this huge citrus canker scare, so they wouldn't let you bring citrus from Florida anywhere else in the country, and there was like citrus amnesty boxes, and it was a whole thing. So anyway, get an indoor palm. Get them an indoor palm instead, right? Why not? I do really appreciate this Hudson News. I think they're doing a lot more than some Hudson Newses I've been to. They've got every kind of motif. This is like the Sanibel, Shells on the Shore vibe. This is the Miami Beach vibe. They've even got bootleg Disney merch, or at least postcards. The face that launched 1,000 ships. Made in China. Forgive me, but I've got to put this shirt on blast. This is like Pharrell Williams territory. Anyone who wears a shirt saying I choose to be happy ain't happy. Happy people don't advertise. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. Wow. Enjoying the sights. Is that a typo or a pun? I can't tell. It's a typo. And again, pretty impressive magnet game for a Hudson News, if I say so myself. All pretty grist from the mill. I don't know if I I've seen this little Havana magnet though before, so that's pretty spiffy. And this weird like AI rendered lizard in an inner tube is something. But yeah, a lot here. A lot more than I was expecting anyway. And not strictly Miami related, but some airport merch. I always marvel at how many of these Diecast branded airplanes they have. The American Airline one is not Diecast, but it pulls back. I don't know who's buying this for their kids now, but hey, there's also this Boeing military playset for the little patriot who has everything, I suppose. Alright, I'm showing you one more gift shop here because I found a resin Honeypot. And among all these cool resins, I think I found the best. It's again from that American Gift Corporation who made that flamingo at Alvin's Island, but pretty cool, huh? Pretty cool. And yeah, this is the spot for your enamel pins. They turned up the music here, so I might get copyright, but look at all this stuff. Pretty good variety here overall. I'm very impressed, but alas, we keep moving. I'll be completely honest. I've been to Terminal D a bunch. I knew the La Carreta was there. I forgot the Heat and the Britto store were there. I did not expect to find as much cool Miami merch here as we did. So it was great. It was a win. I did wind up getting one of those miniature palms for a birthday boy who watches the channel and will have seen this. We'll see this rather after he gets it, so no spoilers. But yeah, great trip to Miami. I still have a few hours before my flight. I'm just gonna chill. I wanted to let you know that up next is gonna be our Lake Buena Vista and Orlando series of merch vlogs, so we're sticking with the Florida theme until spring formally arrives, and then we'll have tons of other great adventures this year. But all in all, great quick trip. I felt poor just standing around the Fontainebleau, but I was there for work, so it's nice sometimes to dip a toe in luxury or in like a situation where it's not your everyday, and kind of just take care of yourself, just pamper yourself. So maybe next time I will get the body work. But in any case, thank you again for tuning in. I've been Jess. You've been patient, and you've just watched Peak Merch. Take care. What do we think? Is this true? Is Bacardi the home of the original mojito? And serious question, if it is true, if they are the home of the original mojito, and this dedicated branded Bacardi bar is the best place to get one, why aren't they selling any merch? I don't buy it. I'm calling BS on this, but if you're a mojito aficionado and you want to fact check me, go right ahead. I'm open to being wrong all the time, clearly. This is pretty wild. I've seen a lot of vending machines in my day, but I don't know. Actually, I have seen unofficial ones dedicated to trading cards at sports memorabilia stores and at, I don't know, but ballparks. I feel like I've seen them before, but I've never seen a dedicated card vending machine. This is kind of surreal to me. We've got the Tops, a lot of classic baseball, but look closer. There's a lot of Pokemon stuff in there as well, like newer evolutions or whatever the hell they're doing here, and some other sports too. So pretty cool. I had no idea. Thank you, Kiosks. Well, it's been a short but sweet trip here to Miami Beach. Now I'm at Miami International Airport, crossing the Rubicon and Concourse D, and looking for some Miami exclusive stuff. But first, we eat. You are watching Peak Merch.